video to kind of show you this new platform I'm using with the guys. It's called Trello. There's, I guess, what you would call different boards. I've got kind of my just personal information in here, and then a different board for Lockhart Geophysical, which is this one. We come in here and you can do different lists. There's Mark's current projects, Brian and Paul's current projects, tasks to do, damage negotiations, unstarted projects, and completed. The nice thing about this, one of the things I guess, is you can move things from list to list. So for instance, say the Bruggeman job, we're just getting ready to send survey out. We've about got Brexco's edition done. So once we get to it, you move this over to completed and it's out of the way. You know, it's off this list. You'll see there's different labels on here. Immediate entry means we're not going to wait for crops to be done. We've got post-fall harvest here. And then urgent is obviously we want to get in quick. Each job has their own card here where you can add as much stuff to it as you want. You know, you can make a checklist. So for instance, we need the halo permits from Brexco edition. Once they're done, you click it, it's all done. The maps in here, the mineral permits, everything, the final permit package, all this stuff is in here, and Brian, Paul, and myself can all see it at any time. Probably the nicest thing about this is anything that is uploaded is all documented over here. So you go to activity and you can see, Mark Schrader completed halo permits for that. I mean, it tells me everything that's going on. So when the guys come in here and, on something like this, if there's an item, checklist, just put check in. If they come in here, get everything else that they need done, and it's good to go, they put that they checked in or, whatever, and it's done. Next time I come in here, they said, boom, completed check-in on Blue Hill. So everything's tracked. It's all instant. You can upload file sizes as big as you want. The nice thing, like with Brian and Paul and I, the way we're going to be doing new things now is, over here on this unstarted projects, I can come in, I've already got the parameters that I have in here, but I can take, description and put, okay, I've got all the tax sheets. I can attach all the tax sheets to this. I can attach the maps that I've built. And then instead of sending an email with everything to someone, that they've got to scroll through 2 weeks from now or 3 weeks from now and find all that information and save it to their computer, it's all right here. You can go in, open up the attachment with the parameters, and you can save this directly to your computer. So it's at the fingertips of everybody, each time they need it. You can set up notifications to where, every time they change something or upload something, it lets me know. That you can invite certain people to the board and not let others. I mean, if there's things that certain people don't need to see, you can kind of invite whoever you want to, whichever one. You add your members right here, Brian and Paul. Mark and Brian are the only ones on here. Paul hasn't got it set up yet, but it's just an easy way to keep in contact. Any notes that you put in here, a description, say I want to put in here, this needs to get done as soon as possible, or, I can put in there, at Lori's request, we're moving this back till fall harvest, and that description is always in there. So if it ever comes up that somebody needs, well, why did you choose to do that? You can come in here, go to the job, and it's got the note, okay, on whatever day, Lori told us we needed to take care of this job before this one. This got moved back to post-fall harvest. As I spoke with you yesterday about, it'd be nice to have, like, say we do something like this, put a message board. You get on here and you can put Jaime made aware of crop damage, blah, blah, blah. Add that card. You can put Lori needs W9. Just all this different stuff, and any person that is a member of this board is going to be able to see that. So, you know, if each person in the office is included in this board and I'm included in the board, then anytime somebody needs something, you stick it on here. Anytime, you know, a decision is made to put one job in front of the other, you know, it can be put on here to where everybody's in contact with it, everybody knows what's going on, and all the information is in one spot instead of sending, you know, 1,000 emails and trying to scroll back through your email from a month ago looking for things that were, you know, sent out. Each time a new job comes along, Jaime can come in, make a card, put the parameters in there and whatever information they've got, and it's all right here for me. It's unlimited storage. It is a free app. I did the business one. It's, I believe, $4 a month or $45 a year. You can upload bigger file sizes. A lot of the older jobs that I want to put in here, you know, Claflin Northwest, I took the parameters. We're going to put everything we have from Claflin Northwest, all these old jobs are all going to be in there. So where if it comes to the point somebody needs to come on and say, hey, you know, what on Wheeler, where's the maps, what was the issue here, when we had our back and forth with Tom Shandle, all the documents that we have for that can be added in here as attachments and everybody can access it. It's all, you know, it's not a, hey, send me that over in an email and all that stuff. Everything's here. Obviously these don't have job numbers, but the new ones, you know, I have job numbers in there. You can make reminders or, you know, alerts. You can put due dates in. You know, if you want it to set a reminder, you know, put a due date of in a week and put a day before, you know, it does a reminder. It'll pop up and show you. There's an app both for Android and Apple. The Apple one that I use is, pretty flawless. It's basically makes a way for everybody to have all this information directly on your phone as well. I think the message board would definitely be handy. You know, you had mentioned that you had a spreadsheet that you were wanting to share with everybody, or that you guys communicate on. You know, this is something where each time Jaime and I have a conversation and I call in and, you know, for instance here, damage negotiations on Nolette, people weren't aware of them. You know, it can be under damage negotiations where I've got all the pictures in here. Every picture of, you know, the crop damage. I need to convert these to JPEG so they're more easily available, but all the pictures are already in here. So it makes it a lot easier as far as keeping track of what jobs are still going to be ongoing with crop damage issues, you know, which jobs are almost completed, which ones, you know, you guys would be able to see everything that's going on with these. This, I mean, really excites me as far as, you know, if I'm talking with an operator, for instance, on 6 Mile Gulch, I talk with Leah and Doug and tell them, hey, you know, you've got 75% crops out here. You know, what's your decision? They can make the decision to say, well, it's going to be post-harvest. I can come in here, put in a card and say 6 Mile Gulch, don't mind my abbreviations, but post-harvest. And that's going to tell everybody, okay, the 6 Mile Gulch job is going to be a post-harvest. It's going to say in there that I created it, and I can put in description saying talk to Leah and Doug on, you know, 7/31, and their decision was to hold off until after harvest. You know, then you go over here, and the 6 Mile Gulch job already has the label on it, post-fall harvest. You know, but in the description, I can put in there and say, okay, these were the days that the phone calls were made with Doug and Leah saying, this is what we're going to do. We're going to wait until then, you know, to make sure we don't minimize crop damage. The crop maps, everything are in here. I mean, basically it's one giant organized email software, I guess, more or less, that you can have, you know, 10, 20, 30 people involved with. You know, right now it's just me and Brian, but you can invite as many people as you'd like. You can upload things as, you know, as hefty a size as you want, pictures, everything. You can do things, you can, I did it because it takes up less space, but you can do cover photos on things where, the Brueggemann job's got the map right there. I just like having everything a little more streamlined and see more jobs on one list, so I didn't do the pictures. But the labels, help a ton, and you can make as many lists across here as you want. If you want to do, a whole separate board for, say, create new board, and we go post completion, we can do that, and then have, put in here, put completed jobs, put crop negotiations, stuff like that. That is stuff we handle after the job's already done, and it kind of keeps things, separated. You've got everything over here that's ongoing, and then you can take damage negotiations and completed projects, and all you have to do is move these to post completion. Go over here to post completion, and all of a sudden we've got damage negotiations over here. So everything's kind of separate from, the permitting and actual shooting of the job to when it's over, any damages, any stuff like that. A whole separate board that keeps, everything separate and kind of organized. I'm going to move this back. But, we just, I think, would be a lot easier as far as keeping track of everything that's going on, where the status is on stuff, making sure that everybody has the same information. Everybody can access this stuff. If you do a different board and there are, things that say in here you want to do, future outlook, where it could be just a board where Jaime and I and people in the office, talk about incoming jobs and, the likelihood of keeping a steady workflow, stuff like that. And it's something that I don't want Brian and Paul, really to be able to look at and concern them with it. It's all about who you invite. You only invite Lori, Roxanne, Jaime, Carlos, Corey. You just invite the people that you want to see it. And anything else, they're going to get in here and they'll be able to see everything, but the stuff that they're not, a board member per se on. I think it would just kind of streamline, make everybody more aware of what's going on in all parts. This part especially, if, communication between you guys is a little more limited. It would be an area where everybody can put in the changes that are made and, things that are going on, and every single person that needs to know about it, it's there and available. You can use it. For instance, here, once you get the Lori W9s done, you attach these to whatever card the W9 belongs with, and boom, the W9s are in there. You come back, 3 months down the road, and we need a W9 for this person. You go into completed projects, it'll be in the attachments, and you can find the W9 in here. You can add attachments from your phone really easy. The crop damage part for Jeff Moore or survey crew, or stuff that I would be taking pictures of crop damage afterwards. The phone app, I can go in with my phone, be out there in the field, get in the Trello app, and go to, say the IHT job. When you get on it on your phone, there's a little button for attachments. You click attachments. It says from photos or from camera. I can do from camera and sit there and take 30 pictures, and it uploads it immediately onto here. And everybody has it right away. There's no sending an email with all of those pictures. It's all on here. Everybody can see it. Everybody's got it. You don't have to save it to your phone or computer if you don't want to. It's always on here. It's it's stored on a cloud. One of my biggest worries was that stuff that accidentally got deleted off of here would just be gone forever. If somebody accidentally deleted this whole thing, you'd have to go in and do it again. No, here you got your closed boards. These are boards that I've made just from playing with this. You can go in and reopen them. Your archived stuff, see if I can find it here. archived items. Okay, here, all the stuff that I've made and deleted on every single one of these lists is all right here. You know, if you accidentally delete something and, oh shoot, no, I don't want to do that, you come back in here until you do a final delete, which it's going to ask you multiple times, are you sure you want to do this? It's always going to be there. So there's not a, you know, accidentally deleting an email with a bunch of attachments that somebody needed. I mean, it really is something that it takes a little bit to play around with. I mean, this took me, you know, about a night and a half to all get set up, and it's not anywhere near done, but it's a good start. You know, and I have got Brian on board. He's been playing with it and kind of learning with it, but I just think that it would be a great tool for us to use with you, us being out in the field. You know, if you could get Jeff to use it as well, all of our, you know, the post-survey drone footage, stuff like that. You can put videos in here. You can put pictures. You can put any document you want. You know, it would be easier for him where he submits his post-completion stuff to Jaime, and then if it comes up that I need that stuff for, you know, settling crop damages with a landowner, I can come in here and, you know, say it's on the other one on post-completion, and Jeff's got a board on here where he puts all of his drone footage and everything in here. I come in, get the drone footage, I can figure up the acres, and I'm not calling Jaime saying, hey, can you send me the stuff, you know, that Jeff gave you to show me what the damage is after we were done, and all that information. Everything that you want to be is at people's fingertips. If you don't want, you know, somebody to have it, they don't have to have it. So it's a nice tool to let people get in and use stuff.